Hey guys, what's going on? MaxFTE here, and today I'm back with another Pokemon Go video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at an Ultra League team that is sort of a twist on a team that Zionic, I think it was Zionic that I saw it from recently did, but I've changed a couple of the Pokemon. But yeah, let's jump into the video. But yeah, as I said, this is a twist on a team that Zionic did recently. The team that he did was, or I don't know if it was actually him, but that's just the video that I saw it from. But yeah, it was ALOLAN MUK in the lead with Cobalion on the safe swap, and he originally had Virizion in the back end, but I've changed that to Virizion. I don't know if it's just because of the ELO range that I'm at, but I've been seeing a lot of Gliscor, a lot of Charizard, and obviously, I mean, Virizion, if I had Stone Edge, I could do well against the Charizard. However, I didn't run Virizion with Stone Edge, so struggled a lot with them, and I thought Tapu Fini just sort of handles them a bit better. But yeah, Cobalion on the safe swap is just, it's just unreal in Ultra League. I don't even think there's actually anything in the meta that you can't hit for at least neutral damage, which is just crazy. And ALOLAN MUK in the lead. Obviously at my other video I had Pidgeot on the lead, and again, seeing a lot of Giratinas, a lot of Cresselias, and don't get me wrong, Pidgeot can hold its own against them. However, I think that ALOLAN MUK just handles them a bit better. Obviously losing harder to the likes of Swampert and your sort of water types. However, well, your water types not including Tapu Fini, obviously that's fairy type, so you're gonna do well against that. But yeah, I changed up the team a little, and I had some pretty good fun with it. So yeah, by the time this video goes out, I will probably be in London for Pokemon Go Fest. If you're there, if you're at any of the Go Fests, let me know, comment down below. Hope everybody has had or is currently having a good Go Fest. But yeah, looking forward to it. Exciting times ahead. So yeah, let's jump into the battles. So we've got, at the moment, we've got a Tapu Fini versus the Muk. ALOLAN MUK, obviously that's not a good matchup, but I farmed them all the way down. I go for the Moonblast. I can't actually remember what happened at the start of this battle. Yeah, so I would have either farmed them all the way down here, but they have to throw a move so that, you know, so that they don't die. Come in with the Muk, couple of poison jabs, and that's the Tapu Fini down. Second battle jumping in here. Muk versus the Swampert. Obviously this is a pretty terrible matchup. Instant swap into the Cobalion. And again, obviously this isn't a great matchup for Cobalion, but like I said, you can just, there isn't really anything that you can't hit for neutral damage. So going for this, the Sacred Swords against the Swampert, it really does start to add up the damage. I shield there because I thought it was going to be an Earthquake and I wanted to just put a bit more damage onto it. However, it was just the Hydro Cannon. So, oops, I didn't need to shield that, but I do also, because Ultra League's not really my favourite league, it's one that I don't play as much. I always forget how much bulkier everything is there. But the opponent makes a great catch into their Charizard, but because they stayed so long in with their Swampert, I can just instant swap to Tapu Fini, which sort of makes their catch sort of redundant. They go for the Blast Burn. It actually does quite a lot of damage considering it's not very effective. And Tapu Fini is quite bulky anyway. They come in with the Giratina and I just go straight for the Moonblast. I don't like baiting. I just prefer just go big or go home. But I really do need to start baiting a lot more. So yeah, they're going to go for, I'm going to guess it's a Shadow Sneak. No, Ancient Power, sorry. So I'm going to come in with the Muk here, I imagine. And they instant swap into the Swampert again, so I think I shield here. Yeah, I shield here because I think I can get to a Breaking Swipe, but I don't. So that's taking my Cobalion out. Is it Breaking Swipe? Is that what that move's called? I can't remember. Anyway, farm up to the Dark Pulse, take out the Swampert, and because it's a Giratina in the back with the Shadow Claw, that makes me a bit more comfortable with how it's going, as opposed to, if I had Dragon Breath, it's probably game over. But Muk's not something that I've played a whole lot, so I'm not entirely sure for each and every matchup that it's got. But yeah, going for the Dark Pulse here, it's going to do probably about 50%, which is quite good. and they managed to get to another ancient power here, I want to say. No, Dragon Claw, okay. So yeah, I can go for the Dark Pulse and take this game right here. So yeah, Muck on the lead, around the sort of 2500 elo range. I've really enjoyed it. Just obviously you see a lot of Cresselia, a lot of, well, there's a fairy type right there. But this is the match that I played so horribly. So obviously it's such a good match at the start with the Clefable and the Muck. They come in with the Jellicent, and it kind of threw me off because I don't really have anything that is that good against Jellicent here. Well, obviously I've got my Muck, but then both my Pokemon in the back are sort of alright. Not very good against the Clefable as well as the Jellicent. So I sort of think my plan here was to just take out the Jellicent with the Muck and then just take whatever comes in. I should have... if I'd gone for the Dark Pulse there, I don't know why I went for that. It wasn't good. And I think here my plan was to try and farm all the way down. Okay, I do actually get the farm down, that's okay. But they do come in with a Stunfisk, which obviously is not great for our team. And I go for the Acid Spray after going for the harder hitting move, which just doesn't make sense. I thought they might have shielded, but honestly, who knows. So I should come in with a Tapu. They come in with a Clefable, and I stay in because obviously the water guns are going to be hitting for neutral damage. Going to be doing a bit better than the double kicks from the Cobalion. I go for the Surf, just because I figure they're going to shield anyway. So yeah, they shield that up. And I think there I tried to catch a Meteor Mash onto the Cobalion. Obviously that didn't go so well. They go for the Moonblast. It does quite a lot of damage. And see, does this go through? I can't remember. No, it doesn't go through. So if I'd baited there, I could have won this. Well, I could have done a lot better anyway. Maybe not necessarily won, but done a lot better. They go for the Meteor Mash, and they catch the Stone Edge on the Stunfisk. I think that was realistically what lost me the game. If they'd not caught that, I would have gotten that would have been 2 Sacred Swords against the Stunfisk, taken that out, and I would have had enough health on Tapu Fini to take out the Clefable. But we live and we learn. We just need to not be so hasty when going for our charge moves. But they had a shield. They had a move here anyway. Maybe that wouldn't have worked out so perfectly. Who knows? Anyway. Sorry, excuse me. So, next battle in here, up against, if it loads, Fluoin, Muck against the Cresselia. See, this is what I'm talking about here. Pidgeot sort of does alright, but it's sort of a baiting game between putting their attack down and putting your defenses down. And I don't like that. I don't like the baiting games. It is fun going for the Brave Bird, don't get me wrong. But yeah, so the Muck does a lot better against the Cresselia. They go for the Moonblast, and it doesn't actually do that much. Opposite's hitting for neutral damage. And they go for the Charizard here. And here, I think I should have just swapped straight into Tapu Fini. Oh no, I did, sorry. Sorry, I meant to say I should have swapped straight in before going for the Acid Spray, because I'm going to win regardless. I can just Water Gun all the way down. So I think I should have just gone straight into Tapu, as opposed to going for the Acid Spray. Kept that energy in the Muck. But I go for the Moonblast. They don't actually shield. So I'm Water Gunning away. We've still got both shields in this situation actually, and we're both almost down to our last Pokemon. They go for the Grass Knot, takes me out. So I come back in with the Muck, and I think my plan here was to shield and then farm all the way down. So they go for the Moonblast there. Yeah, so shield, farm all the way down, and just load up Acid Sprays onto whatever they've got in the back. They do have the Giratina, which is good. Fire off a couple Acid Sprays. They shield the first one, which is good. And I think I go for the Dark Pulse the second time, actually. So I let this go through. They go for the Dragon Claw. And yeah, they go for the Dark Pulse here. I think they just sort of give up here. which fair enough. They go for into the Cobalion, just farm all the way down, and yeah. Final battle here against Arcane Magikarp. Muck against the Cobalion, not a very good lead. I swap straight into my own Cobalion, try and get some damage off. They go straight for the Sacred Sword, and I shield up here, just because I sort of want to preserve. And they come in with a Giratina, which isn't great, but at the same time it's not the worst. Obviously, they're bulky, but they don't hit for hard damage at all, so it gives me a lot of chance to get a lot of Stone Edges off here, whittle it down. They go for the Shadow Sneak, which does nothing. It literally just tickles Cobalion. Going for another Stone Edge here. And they should let it go through, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And so here, just double kicking away, really. They're going for another Shadow Sneak. Not quite going to take me out, but maybe I shouldn't have done that. I instantly swap into the Muck. I don't know if that was the best idea. But they go for the Dragon Claw. And they come back in with Cobalion. And I should have just let my own Cobalion go down so that, you know, I didn't give up Switch again. And so they're going for the Sacred Swords here. It's not doing... I mean, the Sacred Swords do a decent bit of damage. So I go for another Acid Spray here. Totally wanting to just neutralize the Cobalion. And I think... No, okay, that's good. They don't farm me all the way down. That would have been pretty crap if they managed that. They go for the Sacred Sword again, taking me out. I think we hit the CMP tie, and they go for... I go for my Sacred Sword as well. Obviously, that would take out from this range. And I did try to swap into the Tapu Fini to catch it. However, they managed to take it. Because it was a CMP tie, that's alright. I don't have to burn a shield. And here, I just farm all the way down. This is just Tapu Fini and a dream at this point. And so they go for the Sacred Sword. And that's not going to take me out. So they come in with Wall Rain here. And honestly, I think this is one of the luckiest I've ever been in a battle. But I go for the Moonblast. They don't shield it. And at this point, they try to catch onto the Giratina, which they don't manage. And they come out loaded with energy. I'm like, okay, we can let this go through. We'll be fine. Shadow Sneak. And at this point, I have to farm all the way down. That's my only win con. And here, I'm like, okay, I'm dead. It's game over. But they go for a Dragon Claw, and I take them out. I go for the Surf Bait, right? And they do fall for it. Go for the Surf. And because I've still got a shield left, I can go for the Moonblast. And that was a CMP tie just there, so I can go straight for the Moonblast. I win CMP. And we managed to take the game. So yeah, that was my video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy, leave a dislike. If you've got any teams that you want me to try down below, put it down in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. Peace.